There are 8 pickup trucks sitting on used car lots right now with hand-stitched leather, 22-inch wheels, and chrome trim packages that cost $80,000 brand new, and you can buy one today for under $25,000. I am not talking about base model work trucks with plastic floors and crank windows. I am talking about top-tier, flagship, luxury trim pickups. The King Ranch, the Denali, the Longhorn, trucks that turn heads at stoplights, trucks that look identical to what a contractor worth $10 million pulls up in. And they are sitting there, depreciating into the ground because most people do not understand how truck pricing works. I have been in the truck market for over a decade. I have bought and sold more than 30 pickups personally, helped hundreds of people navigate the used truck world, and I have noticed a pattern that most people completely miss. Luxury trim trucks lose value at a speed that borders on criminal. The guy who bought a Ram 1500 Longhorn new in 2018 for $67,000 is now selling it for $26,000 because he wants the new generation. And you are going to walk into that deal looking like you just signed an NFL contract. Today, I am counting down all 8 of them, the pickups that cost almost nothing, used, but look like you wrote a very large check. Number 1 on this list is the one I have personally recommended more than any other, and when people see it, they think I paid twice what I actually did. Let us get into it. Number 8. The Ram 1500 Classic Laramie from 2019 to 2021. Most people do not even know this truck exists, and that ignorance is your opportunity. When Ram completely redesigned the 1500 in 2019 with the new 5th generation body, they did something almost no manufacturer does. They kept building the old 4th generation body style, and they sold it alongside the new truck under the name Ram 1500 Classic. It was the same platform that had won Truck of the Year, and it kept the same 5.7-liter Hemi 5.8 engine and the Laramie and Laramie Longhorn trim levels. Because it was technically the old design, buyers walked right past it on dealer lots to get the new body style. Here is the thing. The Ram 1500 Classic Laramie still comes with real leather seats, a premium 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen, which was class-leading tech when it launched, wood grain interior trim, heated and ventilated front seats, a heated steering wheel, and chrome exterior accents all around. This truck looks exactly like what it is, a $55,000 pickup truck. But here is what it costs now. A 2020 Ram 1500 Classic Laramie with under 60,000 miles is selling for $22,000 to $26,000. The equivalent new generation Ram 1500 Laramie with similar mileage is $32,000 to $38,000. You are saving $10,000 to $12,000 on a truck that most people on the street cannot tell apart. The 5.7-liter Hemi in the Classic makes 395 horsepower, and the e-torque mild hybrid system on newer examples adds fuel economy. This engine has been in service since 2003, and it has proven itself in millions of trucks worldwide. It is a known quantity with well-documented maintenance and a deep aftermarket parts supply. Who should buy this? Anyone who wants the Ram luxury experience without the Ram luxury price tag. The interior in the Laramie trim is genuinely impressive, better than the base trims of plenty of trucks that cost far more. Who should skip it? If the latest technology and the newest safety features matter to you, the Classic generation misses some of the advanced driver assist systems that came with the 5th generation redesign. Number 7. Chevy Silverado High Country from 2014 to 2018. The High Country is General Motors telling you exactly what they think a luxury pickup should look like. Then it watches that value fall off a cliff the moment someone drives it off the lot. My neighbor bought one new in 2016. It had saddle brown leather interior, the chrome appearance package, Bose premium audio, power running boards that automatically deploy when you open the door, and a 110-volt power outlet in the bed. He paid $58,000 out the door. He sold it 4 years later with 72,000 miles for $28,000. He lost $30,000 in 4 years. That is a $7,500 per year. Depreciation hit just for the privilege of being the first owner. You get to be the second owner. You get to be the smart one. A 2016 to 2018 Silverado High Country with under 80,000 miles is going for $22,000 to $28,000 right now. That usually means saddle tan leather, a color-matched exterior with chrome accents, the 6.2-liter V8 in most configurations, which is one of the finest truck engines ever built, and an interior that looks like it belongs in a $70,000 pickup because at one point it did. The 6.2-liter Ecotec 3 V8 produces 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. It uses cylinder deactivation technology called active fuel management, which shuts down 4 cylinders on the highway to save fuel. Real-world fuel economy on the highway is 20 to 22 miles per gallon for a truck with 420 horsepower. That is remarkable engineering. Reliability data from RepairPal shows the Silverado averaging $714 in annual maintenance costs, with a 14% probability of a major repair, comparable to the Toyota Tundra and better than the Ford F-150 during the same period. The 6-speed Hydra-matic transmission, paired with the 6.2-liter, is smooth and proven across millions of General Motors trucks and SUVs. When you are inspecting one, check for transmission fluid that has been neglected. General Motors specifies Dexron 6 fluid and a change interval around 45,000 miles under towing conditions. Dark, burnt-smelling fluid is a yellow flag. Also look at the tailgate. The 2-mode multi-pro tailgate started in 2019, so the 2014 to 2018 generation does not have it, but the standard chrome step tailgate still works and looks premium. Number 6. The Nissan Titan Pro 4X from 2017 to 2020. Nobody talks about this truck, and that is exactly the point. The Nissan Titan got a complete redesign for 2017, and the Pro 4X trim looks like something you'd order from a custom truck builder. Matte black. Bilstein shocks, red recovery hooks front and rear, a black grille, off-road tires mounted on blacked-out wheels, skid plates protecting the underbody, and a factory bed liner. This truck looks like it costs $55,000. It costs from $23,000 to $28,000 used. Here is what nobody knows. The Titan Pro 4X uses a 5.6-liter Endurance V8 that produces 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. This is not a complicated engine. It is a naturally aspirated, single overhead cam design with a timing chain, no turbos, no dual clutch drama, and no cylinder deactivation issues. J.D. Power gave the 2019 Titan a vehicle dependability study score that outranked both the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra in that model year. Let that sink in. Nissan also backs the Titan with what they call the Titan Guarantee, a 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty from the original sale date. That is extraordinary. Most manufacturers offer 3 years or 36,000 miles. On a used truck you buy within that window, you could have years of factory warranty remaining. The Pro 4X trim adds the UtiliTrack bed channel system, a sliding tie-down system built directly into the bed rails, plus a factory spray-in bed liner and the suspension lift that gives it that imposing stance. On the road, it sits noticeably higher than stock trucks. People assume you have spent thousands on a lift kit. You have not. That is the factory setup. The Titan's weakness is towing capacity. It maxes out around 9,400 pounds, which trails the F-150 and Silverado. If you are towing heavy trailers regularly, this is not your truck. But if you want to look like someone who spends weekends at overlanding events and Sundays at private ranches, this is the move. Number 5. Ford F-150 Lariat with FX4 package from 2015 to 2019. The F-150 is the best-selling vehicle in America. That means there are millions of them on used car lots, and the sheer volume is doing something interesting to prices. Even well-equipped models are getting affordable. The Lariat trim sits in the middle of Ford's lineup, above XL and XLT, and below King Ranch and Platinum. But when you add the FX4 off-road package, something changes. You get skid plates, off-road tuned shocks, underbody protection, hill descent control, and Fox shock absorbers on certain years. The exterior picks up the FX4 graphics on the doors, blacked-out trim, and a stance that reads expensive. A 2017 F-150 Lariat Super Crew with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 and FX4 package with 70,000 miles is priced at $24,000 to $29,000 right now. That same truck, specified identically from the factory, was $52,000 to $55,000 new. You are getting that truck for about half price. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost produces 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, which beats the old naturally aspirated V8 in torque by a significant margin. Yes, there were early EcoBoost reliability concerns with the 2011 to 2014 generation, but Ford revised the engine substantially for 2017. The 2017 and newer 3.5-liter EcoBoost addressed the intercooler condensation issue and the carbon buildup problem that plagued early examples. Consumer Reports data shows the 2017 and newer F-153.5-liter EcoBoost as average or better in reliability across the category. The Lariat interior is where the money shows. Leather everywhere, a 10-way power-adjustable driver's seat, sync infotainment, puddle lamps, premium audio, and real aluminum trim. This is not a cloth seat, rubber floor work truck. This is a truck that pulls up to a valet stand and gets taken seriously. Inspection tip. On EcoBoost trucks with over 80,000 miles, ask to see the intercooler condensation drain history and check for any turbocharger oil leaks at the seals. It is a 10-second visual check under the hood. If the turbos look dry and clean, you are fine. Number 4. GMC Sierra Denali from 2014 to 2019. The Denali is GMC's top trim, period. It is the flagship, and on the used market, it is one of the most visually impressive trucks you can buy for under $30,000. The Sierra Denali comes with chrome everything on the exterior. Chrome grille, chrome mirror caps, chrome side steps, plus the Denali exclusive interior with premium leather, genuine wood trim, a driver information center, head-up display, and heated and cooled front seats as standard equipment. This is a $65,000 truck. It does not look like a $27,000 truck, but that's what they are selling for. A 2017 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali with the 6.2-liter V8 and around 70,000 miles is trading between $26,000 and $32,000. For reference, a new base model Silverado starts around $36,000. You are buying more truck for less money just by choosing used and choosing smart. The 6.2-liter V8 in the Denali is the same engine I mentioned in the high country section. It makes 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. But in the Sierra's more refined body, and with the magnetic ride control suspension that comes on some Denali trims, the driving experience is a step above. Magnetic ride control uses magnetoheliological fluid in the shocks that changes viscosity in milliseconds based on road conditions. It was originally developed for high-end Corvettes. The fact that it ended up in a pickup truck is remarkable, and it makes this thing ride like a luxury sedan when you want it to. I'll tell you who this truck is made for. If you regularly have clients, business contacts, or anyone you want to impress loading into your truck, nothing says I have arrived like the Sierra Denali interior. When you open the door and they see the stitched leather, the illuminated door sills, and that chrome-ringed gauge cluster, they are doing math in their head and getting the wrong answer, and that's the whole game. Number 3. Toyota Tundra 1794 edition from 2014 to 2019. The 1794 edition is named after the year the Texas ranch land that Toyota's San Antonio plant sits on was originally established. That's a genuinely interesting piece of marketing, but it also tells you something about what Toyota was going for: premium, heritage, American character, and a truck that could credibly sit in front of a $3 million ranch house. The 1794 edition comes with premium leather in a saddle brown color scheme with contrast stitching, real wood grain accents on the dash, heated and cooled front seats, a heated rear seat, a 7-inch touchscreen with JBL premium audio, and a distinct exterior badge package that sets it apart immediately. This is the most interior luxury Toyota has ever put into a truck. Now here's the thing about Tundras generally. Toyota does not discount reliability. The 5.7-liter iForce 5.8 in the Tundra produces 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. It uses a timing chain that lasts the life of the engine. No turbochargers, no cylinder deactivation causing problems. It's the same philosophy that made the Land Cruiser and 4Runner legendary: over-engineer for durability and let the results speak for themselves. Consumer Reports has named the Tundra one of the most reliable full-size pickups in America in every survey going back over a decade. Here is the market math. A 2017 Tundra 1794 edition with the 5.7-liter V8 Crewmax cab and around 70,000 miles is selling for $28,000 to $34,000. That same truck was $50,000 to $53,000 when new. The depreciation hit on Tundras is actually lower than most American trucks, meaning they hold value better. But that also means you can still find fair deals if you look at higher mileage examples. A 2016 Tundra 1794 with 95,000 miles at $24,000 is a phenomenal deal because these engines routinely go 250,000 to 300,000 miles. The 1794 edition's biggest vulnerability is the front differential on four-wheel drive models. If you're buying one with over 100,000 miles, have a mechanic check for any roughness when engaging four-wheel drive. It's a simple check and rarely a problem, but worth verifying on high-mileage examples. This truck makes my top 3 because it offers something the Ram and GMC entries cannot offer. It pairs Toyota's legendary reliability with genuine luxury trim. You're not trading reliability for the premium look. You're getting both. Number 2, Ram 1500 Laramie Longhorn from 2015 to 2019. I need to spend more time on this one because most people do not understand what they are looking at when they see a Laramie Longhorn. The Ram 1500 Laramie Longhorn is the most luxurious interior ever put into an American pickup truck during this generation. I am not overstating that. The leather is hand-stitched. The seats have genuine wood inlays. The center console has a real wood storage box with chrome detailing. The dashboard features leather wrapping that extends into areas most truck manufacturers use hard plastic. Even the instrument cluster surround is stitched leather. When you close the door on a Longhorn, it sounds like closing the door on a $90,000 SUV. Ram spent real money engineering this interior because they were going directly after Ford's King Ranch, and they wanted to win. Independent automotive journalists who reviewed the 2018 Ram 1500 Laramie Longhorn consistently placed its interior quality above the F-150 King Ranch in material feel and craftsmanship. This truck won Motor Trend Truck of the Year in 2014 and 2019, the two generations that bracket this era. The powertrain is the 5.7-liter Hemi 5.8 with e-torque, available on later years, producing 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. The Hemi has been in production since 2003. There are Hemis with over 400,000 miles on them still pulling trailers. The engine is proven, parts are cheap and plentiful, and any mechanic in any town knows how to work on it. Here is where the numbers get wild. A 2018 Ram 1500 Laramie Longhorn Crew, cab with the 5.7-liter Hemi and around 65,000 miles is selling for $28,000 to $34,000. That truck cost $62,000 to $66,000 when it rolled off the lot new. The original owner lost nearly $35,000 in depreciation. That is not their fault. Ram trucks have historically depreciated faster than Toyota and even Ford. But it is your opportunity. You are buying half a truck for half the price and getting all the luxury. The Ram Longhorn has one reputation concern I will address directly: the air suspension system called Ram Active Level for some trims. If the truck you are looking at has the air suspension, have it inspected. Airbag failures on high-mileage Ram trucks are documented, and a replacement airbag runs $300 to $500 per corner. Not catastrophic, but worth knowing. If the truck has the standard coil spring suspension, this is a non-issue entirely. Who should buy this? Anyone who has ever sat in a luxury sedan and thought, "I wish my truck felt like this," because the Longhorn is the answer to that exact thought. Number 1, Ford F-150 King Ranch from 2017 to 2020. Number 1 is the truck I recommend first when anyone asks me how to look like you spent $75,000 on a pickup when you actually spent $30,000 or less. The King Ranch is the most visually identifiable trim package in the entire American truck market, and it depreciates in ways that should be studied in economics classes. Let me explain what you actually get with a King Ranch before we talk price. The King Ranch exterior features a two-tone paint scheme, your primary body color with a contrasting chrome and lower body accent treatment, plus King Ranch-specific badging, 20-inch premium wheels in a unique finish, and running boards with chrome end caps. But the exterior is just the opening act. Inside, the King Ranch uses exclusive cognac brown leather sourced from King Ranch brand leather, a real working ranch in Texas that has been supplying premium leather goods since 1853. The leather is embossed with the King Ranch Running W brand logo, the same logo burned into King Ranch cattle for over 150 years. This branding appears on the seats, headrests, steering wheel, and floor mats. The interior design team at Ford did not design around generic luxury. They designed around a specific identity and executed it with premium materials throughout. Every journalist who reviewed the King Ranch interior noted that the leather quality exceeded their expectations for a truck at this price point, even when it was new. Add heated and cooled front seats, a heated rear seat, a heated steering wheel, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, a 10-inch touchscreen with Sync 4A on the 2020 model, a Bang & Olufsen premium audio system on select configurations, a 360-degree camera system, and trailer backup assist, which uses the steering wheel to automatically guide the trailer while you manage the gas and brake. That last feature alone takes something most people find stressful and makes it effortless. The 2017 to 2020 Ford F-150. King Ranch came with either the 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6, the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, or the 5-liter Coyote V8. For this generation, I recommend the 5-liter V8 or the 3.5-liter EcoBoost. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost in the 2017 and newer generation resolved the early issues and produces 375 horsepower with 470 pound-feet of torque. The 5-liter Coyote V8 is a naturally aspirated gem with 395 horsepower and none of the turbo complexity, an excellent choice for buyers who prefer simplicity. Now here's the price reality. A 2018 Ford F-150 King Ranch Super Crew 4x4 with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost and around 65,000 miles is selling for $30,000 to $36,000 right now. That truck stickered at $62,000 to $68,000 when new. You are buying it for approximately half the original price. The original owner experienced the sharpest depreciation curve, years 1 through 3, and you are inheriting a fully sorted, well-broken in luxury truck without absorbing any of that initial loss. Here is my specific inspection checklist for a used King Ranch. First, check the leather condition on the driver's bolster, the left side of the driver's seat where you slide in and out. King Ranch leather is premium quality, but it does show wear patterns from entry and exit. Some aging is fine and normal. Severe cracking or peeling means the previous owner did not condition the leather. That's a cosmetic negotiating chip worth $500 off the asking price. Second, on EcoBoost models, pull the oil dipstick and look for any white milky residue around the top of the tube, which would suggest coolant intrusion. It's rare, but worth checking on trucks over 80,000 miles. Third, test all the technology in the cab, every camera angle, every speaker in the sound system, and the adaptive cruise on a highway test drive. Technology repairs on luxury trims are expensive. A Bang & Olufsen head unit replacement can run $1,500. Make sure everything works before you sign. Fourth, find one with service records. King Ranch buyers were often professionals or successful business owners who had dealers maintain their trucks on schedule. These people are not skipping oil changes. The service history on these trucks often reads like a record of someone who was meticulous about their property, because many of them were. Who is this truck for? Anyone who has a business where perception matters. If you pull up to a job site in a King Ranch, people assume you're the owner, not a crew member. If you're meeting clients, going to dinner, or driving your family across the country, This truck handles all of it without ever feeling like a compromise. If you want to make an impression without explaining how much you spent, the King Ranch does the talking for you. The running W on the headrest, the cognac leather, and the two-tone exterior are not details that need context. They read as expensive because they are expensive. The truck just happens to no longer cost what it originally did. The King Ranch is number one on this list because it achieves something very specific. It looks like the truck a millionaire drives to his ranch on Friday afternoons, and you can buy it for $30,000 with money left over for property taxes on land you definitely don't own. Drive it like you do anyway. Here's the full breakdown. 8 pickups. 8 ways to look like you spent money you didn't. The Ram 1500 Classic Laramie, all the luxury of the new generation at $10,000 less. The Chevy Silverado High Country 6.2-liter V, 8 power wrapped in chrome and leather at half the original price. The Nissan Titan Pro 4X, factory lifted, factory skid plates, factory attitude, and warranty coverage others cannot match. The Ford F-150 Lariat with FX4, the F-150 sweet spot where looks and affordability perfectly intersect. The GMC Sierra Denali, magnetic ride control and Denali chrome on a $27,000 budget. The Toyota Tundra 1794 edition, Toyota reliability with genuine luxury trim and stitched leather. The Ram 1500 Laramie Longhorn, the finest interior ever bolted into an American pickup at half the original price. And the Ford F-150 King Ranch, the most visually distinctive, deeply premium truck in America at a price that makes the original window sticker look like a typo. The market does not reward smart shopping. It rewards familiarity and brand loyalty. Every person who buys a brand new Laramie Longhorn because they do not trust used trucks is the reason you can buy the same truck 4 years later for $30,000 less. Thank them, and then go find your truck. If you want to know which of these pickups holds its value best, if you decide to sell in 3 years, I have that video right here. I ran the depreciation curves on all 8, and the results might surprise you. Hit subscribe if you want the next one, the day it drops. See you there.